Next one's called Archmage Rises. Archmage Rises. And we'll see how that goes. 1 hour maximum. Beep, beep, beep. Trying to get full screen here currently. Aha. 1080p is the maximum resolution apparently. It is fine. I can toggle full screen if I want to. It's really hard to make RPGs in a procedurally generated and simulated world. Yeah, that's true. That's why I don't do it. The name of the world is Pandara. Okay, we've got a few. Orastor. Mendenhard. Yes? Orastor Alunin. Where's the fun thing again? Ah, there's more coming. The more I click on the button. Balador. Random seed. And yep. All the stuff. Generating history. Everything you see pop up on the screen is actually this world's history. Dramatic music. Okay, there's 123,243 unique people in this world, 64 unique towns, 43 unique layers. That's all unique. Not copies. We get it, right? Yes, it is. It is! I'm very happy that I found this. I nearly skipped it. That's always the thing, right? Hey, look, I can generate all these awesome things procedurally. Yeah, and then? Well, no, that's what I did. Yeah. So let's have a look. Valador. In the late 300s. The noble houses Orandor, Elhessa, Wardos, Jakablar, and Seymour. There are 4 kingdoms. A generation ago, the mages of Veilun reached an uneasy peace with the noble houses and formed the Conclave. A faction of schismatics calling themselves the Free Mages separated from the Conclave, but their rebellion has recently been driven underground and now these renegades are hunted by mage and noble alike. Cool. We could generate another world just for fun. To see, you know, if they do something with it. Wellspring destroyed by flood. Okay. The unknown crypt has been formed. As there was a prisoner uprising. We might just generate a few worlds and then... Yeah, they can skip the unique bit here. That just looks silly. It would be fun if it said 43 copy-pasted layers from earlier when I didn't have the procedural generation yet. But this way it just looks silly. Okay, now in Aralun, same start of this story. The houses are very... Okay, they can probably expand on the names. There are 6 kingdoms here. A generation ago, the mages of Veilun reached an uneasy peace with the noble houses and formed the Conclave. Yes. Same story. Yeah, okay. XYZ accidentally created gargoyles. But we don't know how much the little text in the world does actually tell us about the game. 346 million years ago, the Empire fell and brought to ruin... No, not end. Brought to ruin by Alric the Free. Legends speak of other people. Maranda of Sedmore, the most powerful fire sorceress to ever walk the earth. Dornan the Tall, who led... I'm not sure why that's funny. It's not. Who led a crusade against the orc hordes of the frozen north. Tamalid of Angrith. And well, the fantasy names work. Who brought 5 years of peace to the land of Velun with nothing but his vial and his voice. What's a vial? Is it like a viola? Anyway, most of the land is ruled by the noble house of Lundarin, faithful followers of Stavard, the god of beauty. Nowhere in the land of Velun will you find more ardent defenders of peace or adversaries of all that is evil and ugly. Hence, Stavard, god of beauty, right? Opposed to them are the regal lords of the Nandon clan, who trace their ancestry back to Warain himself and will not rest until they have restored the great Narcedonian Empire of old. No matter how many towns and provinces must be destroyed to do it. They are not the good guys. Maybe. A lesser noble house, the line of El Hessa, rules the waterways of Velun, contently biding their time and grow rich through trade and transport. Yeah, if nothing of this pops up in the game, I'll be grumpy. In a remote corner of the land lies a lonely village ruled by a minor lord of the house of El Hessa, which is really of no consequence whatsoever, but we're still mentioning it here. Turmoil hasn't visited this small community for 100 years, since before the first council of the Jamant, who was not liked by his people. But goblins lurk nearby, offering glimpses in the mountains at night. True, they are nocturnal. Rumors of giant spiders, so this is simulation, right? Rumors of giant spiders keep all but the most brave or most foolhardy close to home. Ugh. It is exactly 3.5... What? It's 10 to 4 on June 27th, exactly. The peace of the village is broken by a woman's desperate cry. Meanwhile, nothing of importance happens in the 350,000 miles distant kingdom of Umarai. Exactly. Alright. A warm darkness surrounds you. Suddenly, the walls begin to close in. You're being pressed from all sides. Just before it seems like the weight of the world will crush you, it relents. Suddenly, you twist away, seeking peace. It returns. You wriggle and writhe as this irresistible force thrusts you from your sanctuary. Then, a deluge of sound crashes over you, light floods your eyes, and the midwife joyfully announces, "It's a large baby! It's a boy!" The baby boy's name is Falk. Oh shit. Falk the Large? Yes. It's a large baby boy named Falk. You didn't have to say it though. Oh man. As you grow... Now I have to be a warrior, not a mage. As you grow, so do your chores. The life of a peasant is not an easy one. All the smashing turns you green all day. Horrible. Still, your days are full and your nights are quiet and your companions are never far away. Yay! Eat your greens! Who do you spend the most time with in the village? No smashing. Okay. I spent my time with random village children. So that's the random button. I like it. Larnarharn the Ranger. Ori Ward the Innkeeper, a retired adventurer. Ori Ward left the life on adventure behind when he sustained an arrow injury to his knee. Lovely. Now, that is really good. See, I had so much fun with this in 10 minutes already. I'm definitely going to play this on Saturday. Now, you help him in the stable and the kitchen, and he lives vicariously through travelers' tales of the wide world. There are a few issues with the language, but that's fine. Strength +5, handle animal +5. Conversation interest, brewing, food, travel, adventure. Philosophy and fashion not so much. The god of beauty will smash me. Choose or reward. If you hate this, you can go back, but we don't. As soon as you were visited by the first signs of magical ability, your poor parents began saving for your future education. Now you're old enough to study to be a mage. These are the 3 tutors they can afford, which is a nice touch. Not like these are the best tutors in the land. No, they are the ones they can pay for. It's Castanea, Arcane, Magic, and Dispel. Boring. Branin. Begin with Light, Freeze, and Invisibility. And +2 to Iron, Fire, and Ice. I'm sorry. My brain has hiccups. Magic Missile. Yay, Amarak. Magic Missiles and Storm Spells. Expelled. Oh no. Just months before passing your test and graduating as a mage, you have been unjustly, I repeat, unjustly expelled. Taking only what you could steal on your way out, you enter the harsh adult world at 16 years old, penniless, lost, and an illegitimate mage, also a thief, and on the run. Okay. Thusly, you start your thing. You are standing outside of a town that has not yet been named. You have to choose to enter a town when you are close to it. I have to. You can. You can also sneak in. You can also leave. This is the log of important events that have happened to you. You may click to expand and see more. These tutorials can be turned on off in the game menu by pressing escape. Yes, this has happened to me. This is what I learned. From Emma Walthew of the Velor Chapter House of the Conclave of Mages and Enchanters in Velun. VCOCMEV in short. My superiors in the Conclave have learned of your dismissal from your studies to become a full-sworn mage, and for reasons I cannot imagine, have decided to give you a second chance. Please report to me at the Chapter House of Velor, where I will explain the details. It seems they have a special job for you, not that I care. Ignore this summons at your peril. You can see here behind the camera, there's a thing with things. 100, a 30, and 100, and then there's a circle thingy. So, I guess you want to see that. Ignore the summons at your peril. Velor. May I present? They have an outfitter, a weaver, an alchemist, a brewer, papermaker, tailor, carpenter, docks. A clipping text. Of temperature. What? I'm not wanted in there yet. Reputation. Unknown. Military 10. Economy. Economy, as they say. And there's a bit of unrest in the 376 peeps I'm living there. Or is it 3,760? I don't know. Let's see. We've got rations. They are fresh, but they make me sick. What? Well-being -3. There's the letter I just read. Created. First marrying. 320. It has a date to it. Food stuff. Nice. Causes nausea for 24 hours. Okay. So foodstuffs are not for eat stuffs. I have caltrops. Gives me +10 if I want to run. Wine obviously makes me feel good. Then we have our character sheet. Folk, the smashy magic missile mage of questionable renown, has spell school powers. Yeah, storm is increased. Weapon strength and handle animal skills. Details currently reading notebook, but our reading speed is regular. Magic. Whoops. Less arcane insight, less arcane shield, lesser daggerfall, lesser magic missile. Needs different action points, has a targeting area. You can sort by element or just take all of them. Study, library, and so on and so forth. There is desk coordinates, I think, for finding the city again. Relationships. Well, that's me. I like myself. Or am I indifferent? I'm not sure. I'm named Folk Laneshaw. I really should find an Archmage name for myself. I hate philosophy and fashion. Yeah, right. I mean, you're not supposed to play yourself in games, but you can have kids. You can have siblings and a pet. Lovers, spouses, children. Okay. A grain field in Gringleton is mine, but I cannot manage it yet because it's not implemented. I can have apprentices and whatnot. Draft creatures. Research. Yeah, it's fair enough. It's a demo, right? It doesn't need to have all the things. It seems to have a lot of it in it already. Quests. And this is just the navigation we see up there, except for this button, which is the options. Auto timeout. Right. Wait. Love. There's a quick menu for some actions. Pass a turn. Action points. Overexertion. Can have a fatal heart attack if you're unlucky. Run away! Okay. Let's enter through the gate, which costs us $5. The money of Velun is gold coins. At first, just having enough money to eat will be hard. There are many ways to earn coin, quests, harvesting, and so on. The Conclave chapter is where I have been summoned. I think it is exactly that, Bika. Because it has potential, doesn't it? Star Sand is not worth much of your time, Portrix. You can, if you want, you can have a quick look at some gameplay from the release version in the archive. And form your own opinion or based on what I show you. If you don't want to hear my opinion, you can just mute, right? It's a good option. But you will hear my opinion quite clearly. Let's check out the town center. Well, Velor Chapter House. That's this one. This is the person who manages this building. Each person in Velun is unique with their own look, age, skills, goals, family, and emotions. They have a life. They live outside of interacting with you. You can conduct business with them or build your relationship with them through the talk menu. People remember what you say and how you treat them. Your relationship with this person is tracked with this bar. So she's the one who wrote up the letter in which I can start with an insult. You silly goose! Yeah. No worries, Podrix. You're welcome. You're welcome. It's not a horrible game, I guess, but Star Cent was just a bit below my expectations for a full release, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, you'll find out. She says perfect timing. Can I review the letter? I can, right from the inventory screen. My superiors in the conclave have learned of your dismissal from your studies to become a force formation. For reasons I cannot imagine, have decided to give you a second chance. Okay. So she's a bit, you know. I got your letter. What's this about? I see you got my letter. Did anyone see you come in? I don't think so. Tell me more about this job. You think they'd tell me what's going on in my own province? I wasn't even invited to the council. I got a letter from a mage named Isolde Streetfield who wants to talk to you. She's waiting for you at the alchemist shepherd in Zumka. Do what she asks and they'll let you back into the conclave. That's all I know. It was part of the survival instinct bundle on Humble. Ah, right. Okay, I see. Alright. Who's Isolde Streetfield? How should I know? I'm just a chapter master. I do what I'm told. She's lovely. She sounds like one of these Onyx agents, though, if you ask me. Conclave mages never miss a chance to give you all their titles and honorifics. But this one? Nothing. Onyx Order business. Dead giveaway. What's the Onyx Order? Shadowy, that's what they are. Answer to no one but the Prime Magus. No councils, no rules, no records. They were supposed to root out renegades, but who knows what they get up to these days. Here. Here. Are you trying to get me censored? We shouldn't be talking like this. Go do your job. Go do your job. Get back in the Conclave's good graces and thank Edarin for your good fortune. Oh, and one more thing. Watch out for goblins. I've heard rumors that the renegades are hiring them again. That was so nice of you to invite me like this and then treat me so nicely. She did give me free information though, which is fine. What services do you offer then? Study a book in the Conclave Library. Experiment. Requires 80 stamina. We've got 100 stamina. There's the yellow bar down here. Write a letter to send to someone you know. Go to the enchanting room. Go to the infusion station. Write a letter. I can attach a gift. To whom? Who's Cerlo Downford? Apparently I know them. And then we see our relations with them in a green bar and an attached word, currently fine. And then their love affair with us, which could be, you know, that needs a better user interface. But yeah, it has that information there. So you can send a love letter. You can randomize this. Random thoughts. Or you could pick a topic from the knowledge you have acquired. Or random thoughts. Or you can enter text. Dear Sir Adam. Alright. You can actually, is that the title or is that the actual text? Oh, that's hilarious. Okay. We don't really... Oh, Cerlo Danford is another visitor. Now we know who he is. We can study a book. There are no books to study. They're not a library, apparently. Go to the enchanting room. Enchant stuff. Okay. Now, do we go back to the... Yes, we go back to the discussion I was about to say. Make a fine piece of equipment even finer. I'm not going to chat with her. She seems Where is he? Anyway. Cello doing nothing. He waves at you. Hello. Some of these options obviously don't make a lot of sense. But since this isn't 100% open game, you can do whatever the hell you want. I heard about the trouble with the skeletons. Thank Adrian you're here. I need you to kill 5 skeletons for me, quick. The town expects me to take care of them because they're magical creatures and I'm from the Conclave, but I can barely keep the chapter house running. I'm in over my head. Oh, I'll take care of it. Naturally. Thank you. Last thing, the mayor wants it done in 2 weeks. I'd help, but I've been working from dawn to dusk just trying to get the accounts in order. And don't get me started on the state of the library. It's empty. My predecessor must have been a renegade agent. That was a joke. Alright, see you later. Every town in Velun is unique. I cannot stress this enough. Its buildings are based on geography, access to resources, citizen skills, and leadership choices made by the Lord Mayor over time. Which is amazing. You travel in town by selecting a building. Yes. Some towns have walls. If so, you may only enter or exit through the gate when it is open and by paying a gate fee. Yes. So you can get stuck in a town. Or you can get shut out of towns by not having enough money cash. Towns without walls allow you to come and go as you please, obey their laws when inside a town, no theft, murder or magic, or your wanted status will increase and could lead to imprisonment. The inn contains local news and lists any citizens with available quests, or feel free to explore the rest of the town. When ready, select leave or access the map up here. Leave or access the map. For towns with walls, you must first leave and then you can travel to the map. Makes a lot of sense. So, we've got the inn. Huh? The alchemist's boar was very fond of potatoes. Petronella is dashing between tables. She waves at you. How goes it? Petronella Meach. There she is. Am I looking for Zumka? I'm looking for Zumka. In Zumka. Where's Zumka? Do you know where Zumka is? Short distance southwest. Cool. What can I get here? Beef jerky, ale, sleepy, gamble. A proper dinner, huh? So that's alright. Let's chat. How's your day going? I can't complain. Or shouldn't, at any rate. So I didn't see if it went up or down. It doesn't show here, so you kind of need to watch that yourself. Okay, she needs fire seed, okay. Could you find, do you need something done? Yeah, sure. Could you find me 10 clusters of fire seed? I'm trying to make my father's famous fire seed sauce and I just discovered that I don't have nearly enough of the main ingredient. Yeah, sure. Thank you. I will need it sometime within the next month. My father's fire seed sauce recipe put this in on the map. This is our first year without him and I'm doing my best to fill his shoes. And there's so much I don't know. Aw, sorry about your loss. I'll see you later. So there are 3 jobs at the docks, 1 job at the outfitter. That's a job we already accepted. There's a job at the graveyard, 2 jobs at the market that we already accepted. Because they were like kind of red. The marketplace is a special building that houses the merchant. The merchant unifies all the buying and selling of good and common items within the town. A weaponsmith sells his common weapons to the merchant, but keeps the good stuff for his store. Okay. The merchant bases their prices on supply and demand. A town that grows grain will likely sell it for less than a town that doesn't. You can sell anything to a merchant, but if they don't want it, they will give you only a small percentage of the value. Merchants employ traders who travel from town to town, buying what this town needs and selling what it has excess of. You can see that traders move on the map. They are usually the first to encounter monsters, which shuts down the trade routes. Buying and... You know, the thing is, this is such a huge thing. And I will have to spend the next 30 minutes to find out if it does at least a few of them already. Buying and selling with a merchant revolves around the deal, an agreed upon item and quantity which can then be haggled over. The deal is completed when both sides agree. We know Azumka is ready. Marcella Montgomery doesn't really care about us. I was hoping you'd stop by. Well, let me see what you have. So this is the price increase. Barter soft, barter hard. So I think that's how you read this, right? This is expensive. Yeah, seeing how one meat is 68 coin, and I can get 100 textiles for 60. But I'm not going to be a trader. I'm going to be a merchant, so I don't care about what textiles they have. Yeah, okay. They also tell me about that. How's your day? Currently at 5. Now at 15. Okay, that was going up. So you have to keep an eye on this when you click on things here. Oh, it's kind of you to ask, but they're not telling me. Thanks, chat. Always a pleasure. Let's chat some more. Okay. Then they change the numbers here when you click them, so you have to be aware of what you're doing. Now we're gonna go back to the prices. And we see that they still sell at the same value, because we did get an increased relationship, but it didn't change. I'm not sure how they respond to flattery. They're friendly though. I guess there's a limit. At some point they get bored and then they drop down. Let's check the graveyard. Joycelyn Iverson is sitting quietly. He makes eye contact. Good to see you. What do you offer? Really nothing. Alright, so I did read the... Oh, time is passing, of course. I was not watching that. It's probably per move I make here. We can leave at night. It's not open now though, we can't go back. Right, let's see. I want to have the... Kill 5 skeletons. Let's go to the map. Leave the town. Right, now we're on the map. That's Velor. Travel time, temperature. A bog. Well, I want to find the fire seed, since I don't have the single most clue what that is. I'll go to the forest, then to the bog, and hope that I find it there. You spot some tracks. Each hex may contain special resources or interactions depending on what features are hidden within. Explored represents your familiarity with the area. The explored value. Exploration allows you to discover what is contained within with the goal of beating your previous score. Exploration allows you to discover what is contained with the goal of beating your previous score. Okay. If there's anything that can be discovered, a resource question mark entry will be listed with an exploration skill check number to reveal it. Like here, resource, explore 1 or more. Okay. Resources can be harvested provided you have the right tool. Fishing requires a fishing rod, and so on and so on. Organic resources do grow back, others do not. Harvesting involves a skill check, takes time, stamina, and may risk breaking a tool. Fishing! Yes! There are monster tracks here. Goblins or spiders or skeletons. Skeletons would be best, actually. Tracks are left by monsters as they wander the world. The higher the density, the more frequently the monster passes here, and therefore it's easier to follow to their lair. You only get one chance to read the tracks, though. If you fail, you have to wait until the monster lays more tracks. They erode over time and are destroyed by weather. So there's a resource here. We want to find out if there's fireweed, but maybe it's more important to find out if there are skeletons here, because that's one of our quests. Attempt to discover the origin of the tracks. The more dense the tracks, the easier to surmise their origin. This needs survival skill 5. I don't think we have survival as such, so we'll have a hard time. Alright, we do roll a d20. I discovered an insight. My survival skill is improved to 1. Orange on brown is hard to read, sadly. So my skill is 0. Modifier was -4. I did roll a 15. And then the difficulty is subtracted from my roll. No, the modifier is subtracted from my roll. I don't really know yet how to read this. Some dense wolf tracks lead off to the southwest, where there is also the village of Zumka. The wolves are not very far away. Let's see, that's now 10 PM. Let's try the harder. Yeah, that's a fail. I did roll a 4. So my modifier by dice is 0. And that counts then only this. Alright. So your skill is added to your dice roll, and that has to be more than the difficulty. Maybe equal or more. An unlucky roll there. Exploration takes 8 hours, 20 stamina. Actions like exploring, studying, especially casting spells, cost stamina, making you tired. If it reaches 0, you cannot cast and will likely die. This is the calendar. Time passes with every choice you make. The world will simulate as time passes. Children will be born, people will die of natural causes, monster layers will multiply, seasons will pass. You will eventually die of old age. Every decision matters. Yeah, orange on brown. Not so hard to read. So, we found out more about the area. Our explore value is now 16. You spend the day exploring. Yay! Right, and the roll added to the skill is the result, and that's the one we need to beat. Fine. There's a pasture here with a beehive. But we can't really do anything with them. So we leave. I'm not sure if I can explore more. I would have to explore harder than 16. And critical fails can result in damage, becoming lost, or being attacked. So I'm not gonna... Oh, there was a harvest option. So I guess we could get honey. Yay, perception +1. Skeletons approach. Yes. I got 75 stamina left, that's good. And now we have a new, it's kind of hard to see, I guess. We've got a new bar up here. That's our action points. We've got 3. I can now decide to hide. Since they are... I spotted them, right? They're approaching. They haven't seen me yet. And it would allow for new stealth options. I could also have a chance at avoiding the combat. If I fail this skill check, though, I get ambushed. I can run. Valiantly turn around and flee. If I fail the running, I also get ambushed. And if I fight, obviously I do fight. Let's try the stealthy approach. See if we can... Yup. Stealth improved. Sweet. You successfully avoid detection by the skeleton. Plural singular. Attack with the first round of surprise. Follow them to their lair. If I follow them to their lair, I have to fight all of them at once, right? I don't feel ready for that. I'm ambushing them. The goal of the combat is to survive. It's a permadeath game. If you die, you must start over. Lovely. That's awesome. That's exactly what this game needs, by the way. You can't just save and live life again. I see. You're weak, but your spells are strong. Use a shield spell to protect you from damage. If enemies hit you, you may break bones or lose the use of limbs. Each combat round, you gain action points. In this combat, we've got 6 apparently. We had 3 for deciding how the situation is resolved. Spells vary in the number of action points they take to cast. Use the slider to determine the effort to put into the spell. More effort, more effect, but at much higher stamina cost. Click on a location, cast the spell. You can also attack with a weapon, which is currently my fist. Weapons take action points, but not stamina. Weapons vary in their range and effectiveness. You have 2 other choices. Pass and run. Passing will end your turn, but save your action points. Run allows you to escape battles that are too hard. Caltrops or invisibility improves your ability to run. And there is Scrape the Honored Dead, our level 1 skeleton enemy. Scrape the Honored Dead says, join us! Awesome. Less Arcane Shield. What's this? Pass the turn. Arcane Insight. The motives of others, past or present, pour into your mind like a waterfall. Motives. Daggerfall. Magic Missile. Okay, I'm gonna cast a shield. Regular. Power 5. Power 7. Power 8. Yes, it is. Chris, perfect. If you're finding a game on NextFest that you want to see, let me know and I see if I have it on my list or not. But I'm pretty sure, let me quickly check. I'm pretty sure I have great inventory. Yep, it's on the list. I'm gonna cast it with its standard. I'm not sure what power means exactly. Now we've got a shield of 34. Got 4 more action points. Awesome. Yeah, go give it a go. Give it a go. So now I did cast the shield. It's still my turn apparently. What's the green number? Right, we've got 33. Stamina is the orange one here. Then this is health. Maximum health 30. Then we've got the green one. Okay, anyway, let's cast Magic Missile. Or this is the action point cost, right? 3. It doesn't change if I put more stamina into it. This is not a kill shot, so I'm gonna do this. I got 10 XP for it. They resist arcane damage. Yeah, I should have put all my power into it. And I can save the action point. It didn't do anything. Well, that's good for us. We still have our shield. I'm going to cast another magic missile. Wait. They've still got 39 health. So if I go full on, I could kill them. Restore stamina by sleeping. You can sleep in towns, in town inns. When you build a mage tower, you can sleep in your tower. 31 damage. Ah! That was the lowest possible roll, I think. How much do they have left? 8. So that would be a kill. Even on the lowest roll. Your effort is in vain. I found a purse with 25 bucks in it. And 55 XP. Wait. Now, we killed 1 skeleton out of 5 necessary for the quest. Yes. And we want to leave the pasture behind. What's the time? It's 10:30. Let's check our inventory. Travel's well tastes terrible. It does rot in 25 hours. This does not rot at all. We have a torch. Maybe. Oh, I did press C now. That was not the shortcut for character sheet. Whoops. Now I lit a torch. Also not what I wanted. Okay, the torch, you use that up. You use up the torch when you click on it. Okay, I wanted to try to equip it. Now I ate the food. That's a left click. A right click doesn't give you options. Okay, how do you equip things then? Don't really understand. So I ate the raw materials for cooking. That wasn't a good idea, obviously. But since we are here, we have unidentified wolf tracks. I'm going to do an exploration of the bog. Oh, that was not the best. So that could be re-explored. There's a skeleton. You failed to tell if there are any more. Now we wanna run. That should be fine. Now we leave this behind. There's garlic and ginger, lemongrass, a mud marrow, and another resource we explore when we reach 10 or more. And now I'm going to travel back to Velor. Oh, why did it take so much time? Something happened there. It reopens at dawn. I'm trying to sneak in. Climbing. Stealth. Okay. What I didn't get was why the other action took so long, but the thing is every action takes time, right? I didn't take that into account. Let's climb over the wall. No! I rolled a 1! Oh, I'm wanted! Desire. Impacted. What's desire in this context? How desirable I am in this town. I did roll a 1. Jesus. Okay. Crap. That was stupid. Wait until it Let's see if there's a 20% chance I encounter a guard. I did not. Maybe we can pay at the town center. Alice. Let's ask Alice. Alice is lighting a fire. 9 AM in the morning. She turns away. What can I do for you today? Well, what services do you offer? The general public opinion of the Lord Mayor. Archives of the town's history. No. Really? We can zoom out. New Spring Day, Midsummer Hunt, Freedom Feet. Fit. 1st July. Is that today? This is today. Yeah, 3rd Marring's today. So there's a Midsummer Hunt in Atmer. And something else is here. And you can actually go through the... there seems to be 30 because that's where the game started generating, right? Oh, this is the... Is that the year? Another counting. But we did start at 300, so... It would be nice to have a button that jumps to today. 320, there we go. Like double click this and then enter a time. So 10:320 is another counting of the time. Last night. So that's the archives. The people are ambivalent towards the Lord Mayor. I can buy land outside of town or in the town. Ask the Lord for land and permission to begin a mage tower. So, you want the right to build a house here? I will sell the right for 450 gold. Or, if you prove yourself loyal, I could give it to you. Minimum relationship, 250 or more. Yeah, that will fail. 450, huh? Never mind. Let's chat. Talk to you soon. Oh, they've got trouble with the spiders. Do you feel after killing 10 spiders? The woods and hills are infested with the vile creatures. And our miners' wives won't let them go to work. That's why they are telling me what they are telling me, at least. A few might just be scared and too ashamed to admit it. Either way, work has crawled to a halt. I'll pay. You'd be doing the city service. I'll do it. Good. I've heard you're a person who can get things done. Let's see it. How is your day, Alice? Better than I deserve. Now, she's indifferent. 5. Was she indifferent before? I didn't check. Let's make her a compliment. Now she's friendly. Always a pleasure. Okay, let's not overdo it. Yeah. I like this. I like this. It has a few issues that it needs to take care of. Some glitching text here. Or overlapping text, really. It's not glitching. Some overlapping text. Some... when you write a letter, I think there was a bit of... It was hard to see the details of the relationship bar. And next up, I would rest at the inn and prepare traveling supplies to get to Zumka, which is in the southwest. Yeah, absolutely 100%. I really want to play this. I'm going to play more on Saturday. Just I know I did say it earlier, but I'm going to continue on Saturday. I want to see more of this. Yeah, absolutely. It's just lovely. What they're doing here is just lovely. I don't really care if it really works or not, but I think they are doing enough with the generated world and the openness of it that I can enjoy this quite a bit. So I'm going to save and quit. It's a demo pre-alpha, right? So we know where this is at. They have a Discord, I think. Maybe. They will enter early access in April. Yup. It is intended to give a sense of the gameplay world and the tone. The full game is exponentially larger with many more systems. Don't put too many! Yeah, Thomas Henschel's Archmage Rises. So it's Thomas's love project. And lovely it is.